Hi guys, good afternoon. Right now it's about 2:40 p.m. and today is 23rd of August 2020 and I'm back here, your host Dr. Seema Jain, uh, with a new video with some of the understanding over the weekend uh, about Nifty, and I thought it's good time to share because we can be a little careful or a little have a mindset to understand what lies ahead. If we have a clarity, then we can take right steps, right? So my topic today is what can be expected in Nifty in coming few weeks, right? And before I go on to that, I'll take you to this slide, which basically tells you about everything where you can talk to my team. This is my Telegram channel. Please be present on my Telegram channel. Why? Because we give very rock solid stocks every day, which gives you good movement. And this is my website, and you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, you can call up, and on YouTube, you must be definitely present. So, my topic today here is what lies ahead, what can be expected from the Nifty, right? So, let's see what is happening in Nifty. So, this is how Nifty looks like, right? This is how Nifty looks like. And Nifty is in a triangular wedge, right? It's making higher highs. If you notice here, it has been making higher highs, right? Every time it touches, like each of these touch points are making higher highs. Even when I felt, that this is a very important zone for Nifty to cross in the upward direction, it is just range bound for a few days, right? Now, what can be the possibility? Let's just think about the kind of possibilities that do exist. So the possibility could be that Nifty goes here, touches to the top and comes down. Nifty just reverses from here. Nifty crosses, touches like that, slowly, gradually up in the upward direction. But there is a little bit correction that is definitely on the cards, right? Definitely there is some little bit correction is on the cards. Now, how the correction may happen? Maybe tomorrow gap down opening and the channel may be broken and you can expect some kind of a fall, or it may further go up, take a resistance here and then fall. Whenever it happens, it is definitely on the cards, right? So let me tell you what are my data points and when I'm saying so, how could it be? How am I so confident about what I'm saying? I'm not saying it may happen tomorrow. It may happen in few days, few months, few weeks. I don't know. I'm not sure when will it happen because the international scenario is pretty positive, right? So first and foremost, we're going to be talking about the Nifty's P value, which I have downloaded ever since the pandemic started, majorly in India, I can say from 1st of April. So it went down to 18, 18, then 19, or rather I can do one more thing. I can start this from, instead of 1st April, I should start it from 1st March, right? Or rather, I should do it from 1st February, right? That will be a better way because we'll get a better data. We'll see how the fall started. So here see 25, 25, 26, 27, 27, and 26. Then it started falling down and it reached to a point where it reached the bottommost point that it reached was somewhere around 17, right? This is the place where you can see 70. That's the least it reached. And then after that, it started gradually going up and up and up. And right now, let me go to beyond 30th June. Uh, we will just have this date changed. And see here from 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, it kept on going up and up and up. Now where it stands for the last at least 10 trading sessions, above 30, right? 30 and above is a very dangerous level for Nifty, right? There is definitely a correction in the space. What do you mean by P value? P value means if you spend 32 rupees, your profit will be 1 rupee. The the price to earning ratio is very high, which is not a good thing, right? So this is one data point. The second data point is that the channel has become very narrow. It can give breakout in any direction. The third is that, of course, RSI looks positive, but if I put MACD, right? If I put MACD, MACD looks little exhausted, right? MACD is in the exhaustion zone. And see that here the histogram has also become negative, right? So MACD with exhausted trend and histogram in the negative. That's another indication for me. The next indication, which is actually from a data point, I would like you to take here, which is about dated 22nd of August 2020, a statement given by our RBI governor, right? So buoyant stock market will definitely correct. That's what RBI governor says. And what he says further here, that Reserve Bank of India Governor Shashikanta Das has once again reiterated the growing disconnect. Important point, growing. You must underline this point because that's what a point to be noticed. Growing means slowly the disconnect is increasing between the financial market, in disconnect between the financial market and the real sector. In an interview to a television channel, Das hinted at an imminent correction in the buoyant stock market, right? These are the points one has to definitely keep in mind. Why? Because this looks imminent. Right now, it looks imminent. These are the points we have to really look for it. That what he's hinting that this movement in the stock market is actually not in sync with the economy, right? If it is not in sync with the in economy, that means there is a huge selling, or not huge if at all. If not huge, then definitely a correction can be in place very soon. He says there is so much liquidity in the system, in the global economy. That's why the stock market is very buoyant and it is definitely disconnected with the real economy. That's it. There will definitely be a correction, but we can't say when, right? So now I have some more data points for you. You will be surprised if I take you here in 2008, 2008, 2007 and 2008. How many securities were in ban? There were 14 securities which were under ban, right? That means there was huge liquidity. People were investing, market was going up and up and up, and people were investing, and 14 securities were under ban in FNO. I will take you to the current scenario. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Exactly 14 securities are under ban, right? In FNO ban. So this is also an indication, because when the liquidity, when everybody is buying these, fearful, when everybody is investing in the stock market, market is going up and up and up, and there are so many stocks which are under ban, right? I'm taking it to the history, because history repeats itself. When history repeats itself, there has to be some point of truth in the history. So here 14 securities were banned in 2007 and 2008 when the market was at the peak, and we stand exactly at the same place. 14 securities: Adani, Oro, Bank of Baroda, Can Bank, Century Textile, Ideal Housing, Idea, Remsil, Manappuram, Muthoot, National Aluminium, RBL Bank, Santi, VDL. All these securities, which are if you count, there are 14 of them are under ban, right? That's another data point. Now, also, if you have a look at the option chain, you don't get much idea. Why? Because the option chain is very dynamic, right? Option chain is very dynamic. But if you look at the MACD, little exhausted, it's been exhausted for quite some time. RSI looks positive, but I don't know when the correction will come. Maybe a month, maybe 2 weeks, 1 week, tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, whatever. Whenever, my idea is to be alerted, right? Don't have huge open positions. Even if you have huge open positions, just hit them. That's the way you can always be ready. Always be proactive in the market. If you have an information, always be informed investor. If you have an information, react to it. Don't wait for things to happen and then reaction. Just be ready. Like if you're having some open position, hedge it, right? If you don't know what is hedging, you can come to my YouTube channel and see what is hedging. You can just come here, and watch these videos which I have made for you, and watch them how is hedging done. Whenever I give a future trade to our members, I always positional trade. I will always hedge it, right? I always hedge it. So what I'm trying to tell you here, equity here, BTS scheme, hedging your portfolio. You can come and watch this video, right? So the idea of today is basically to make a video for you where you can all understand what lies ahead. And as I can see from here, from the previous data and from the current situation, and but the only point that supports Nifty right now is market cap to GDP ratio, right? Which is a very decently placed. You can have a look. What's the? I'm going to just Google it. What's the current market cap? Market cap to GDP ratio. What is the current market cap to GDP ratio? Let's have a look. What does it say? So 0.75. Thoda sa increase, like it's been little increased recently. So which is on 17th of March. No, I'm looking for latest one. Right? I'm looking for the latest one. Stock market capitalization GDP ratio, Investopedia. No. I'm looking for something market cap to GDP ratio. Buffett indicator here, Guru Focus. This is a website I referred earlier also. I just want to come back to see and see here. So India's historical GDP ratio, historical, this is market cap to GDP ratio is still reasonable, right? It's about at 63%, right? So that's fine, right? Mostly undervalued. This, according to the market cap and GDP ratio, Indian market is still undervalued. But as I have told you, some data points I try to connect so that you can understand what's happening. One is its PE ratio, which is at this point, very high. Second is the number of securities that are under ban. The third is the statement by the RBI governor. These three things put together, giving us a very good indication that some kind of correction lies ahead. So with this, I'm signing off, but I'm hoping that you are all present on my Telegram channel, where I give just one or two stocks for you to make good money, like Sonata Software, 275 to 331, 3390. This is AstraZeneca. Good movement in the stock. Like that, a lot of stocks we've given Adani Gas from 162 to 170, Alembic Pharma from 1050 to 1129. So a lot of stocks. So this is Astral Polytechnic. I've given it 965. It's at 1248. Then we have given Natco Pharma at 800. It's at 895. Gujarat Gas from 316 to 3365. So see, that could be a possibility that some of the stocks may not give a major breakout, but it will not happen that your many stock losses will hit. That's something I can guarantee. And out of 20 stocks, one stock loss may hit, but that's how high in today's our channel goes. So take care. Bye bye. See you, and definitely expecting you to be present on my Telegram channel to make good money. Bye bye. See you, but be careful in the coming week. There could be anything happening, any kind of what do you say? Could be a correction, could be a fall, could be anything. So be alert and remain an informed investor. Bye bye. Take care. See you.